If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Let me stop. Let me stop. Hey, big shout out to Hood Educated. Hey, you know, we got a lot of Hood Educated fans over here, and he always puts out great content. But, you know, sometimes we all miss every now and then. And in my opinion on this one, he missed pretty badly. We're gonna go ahead and break down this video and talk about it. Make sure you watch all the way to the end, and I'll explain exactly why he missed so badly on this. And if you're new to the channel, y'all know what it is, man. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit that like button and push this video out there. Let's go ahead and get into this content.
Tell y'all this, that nigga Yo Gotti, say your prayers, nigga. You better say your prayers.
You know they coming, don't you? You know they finna show
bro.
Facts. That's facts.
Hey, bro, that nigga got up there and said, they said, didn't CMG pay for your attorney $50,000? Yeah. But they didn't give it to me. He said, yeah. But they paid for it because you killed Dolph, right? Yeah. Well, that was your compensation, right? See, a nigga said, well, yeah, they gave the attorney $50,000. Yeah, because I killed Dolph. Nigga, Juke dead. He was an exec of that company. That's your brother. That's finna get, that's next. Watch, remember I told you.
But wouldn't it be smart to blame it on the dead man, though?
No, he was part of the company. They saying CMG, they're gonna classify it as a game. They gonna try to target. Now let's do the math. CMG and PRE shooting at the basketball shit in the Carolinas. Motherfuckers doing songs. Nigga shot the Sprinter 100 times. Bulletproof.
Yeah,
this nigga dead. PRE up. Nigga, that gonna take that shit and paint the perfect movie. These two things are game. And your gang paid this dude attorney $50,000 because you hired him to do a hit for 100. They coming.
Damn.
I heard that. I said, y'all didn't hear that shit?
Yeah, I heard it when he was testifying.
Oh my God. I said, oh, damn.
Does Wack 100 got a point?
Yeah, I think he got a great point. He got a very good point.
Is what he's saying 100% true? Or is it more to it, right? Now, truthfully speaking, y'all, I'm not even finna sit up here and lie to y'all. When I watched the trial, and when I seen that boy say, you know, basically that they did pay him or paid his lawyer because of what he did to Young Dolph, in my mind, I said, ooh, that's that connection to CMG right there. That's what the prosecution need. That's what the feds need. That's what the state need. They need to show some type of connection. But then as I got to doing my homework, I got to doing my research, I come to find out that there's some conflict there. That not everything much. Is just not really. That clean cut. That this boy right here, Cornelius Smith, don't know what the hell he talking about. Check it out.
You started out with a different lawyer and you ended up with the lawyer you have now, right?
No, sir. No, sir. He was never hired.
Okay, well, he got paid.
No, he did not get paid.
He didn't get paid?
No,
he didn't get $50,000?
He did not. He ain't signed my jacket saying he represented.
That's what I'm asking you.
I just talked to him.
That's not what I'm asking you.
Right. You asked
he got $50,000.
Lawyer. So,
hold on just a second. Ask your question, wait for the response.
The original lawyer in your case got $50,000 to represent you. Did he not?
I don't know exactly how much you get. I don't know. I can't say.
All right. And you knew that, just we're all clear here, that money came from CMG, right?
Yeah, I don't know exactly who, but yeah.
All right. So you talked today. You got paid for what you just testified to, didn't you?
After I was locked up.
You got paid,
right? My lawyer was paid.
You got $50,000 to pay a lawyer, right?
I didn't get it in my hand. Great. I don't know how much it was, but great. My lawyer got paid.
Okay. And there's no question that that money was for services rendered. Killing Dolph.
Y'all see what I'm saying? So which one is it? Did the man retain, did you retain him? Did they actually retain him? Because he said that the man ain't never represent him.
Well, I mean,
he said out his own mouth, y'all just heard him. He said, I just talked to him.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. He actually said that I don't know how much he got paid.
And he also said he didn't know.
The lawyer kept
exactly
talking about the $50,000. Cornelius Smith said, I don't even know how much he got paid. But for some reason that he believed in his mind that because this lawyer came and talked to him, that the lawyer came from CMG. Now, if the lawyer did not come to him and say, hey, look, I've been retained by Yo Gotti, I've been retained by CMG, I don't know where he got that from. Maybe he just, assuming, because in my mind, knowing the bloody history between PRE and CMG, I find it hard to believe, just with my hood senses, that anybody that's affiliated with CMG would hire an attorney for Cornelius Smith.
Now,
after the killing of you.
Hold on. This is how this go, right? The lawyer probably did tell him. It's not the lawyer that's representing him now. When he met with that lawyer, he probably did ask the lawyer, who's paying you? How, I can't afford you, who's paying you? And the lawyer probably did disclose that it was CMG, the company. Because Cornelius Smith said he didn't know who at CMG was paying him, paying the attorney. He just knows that it came from CMG. And now, honestly, if he paid $50,000 or $40,000 for this attorney, there's going to be a paper trail of who paid that money, because if not, that leaves that attorney open for all kinds of trouble, because anything over $10,000 has to be reported to the IRS. And when it is reported to the IRS, a red flag goes up. Listen, my older sister works for the Ohio Department of Taxation, right? Back in the day, my cousin was married to, like a mid-sized drug dealer in this area. And my sister had informed myself personally once that, hey, if he keeps spending money the way he is, they're going to come get him, because I guarantee he's probably sending up red flags in the system, because he's buying cars, he's buying houses, and he's paying cash for all this. He's no longer with us, and he probably would have ended up getting the case, right? That's what the feds do. Every time you go out and spend some money, you go out and spend cash, and it's over 10 grand, that sends up a flag in the system. They're going to look into your finances. So that attorney that came and talked to Cornelius, he doesn't want to get wrapped up in it. So there's going to be a paper trail of where that money came from that paid him. That's why that's why Straight Drop's defense attorney knows who paid for that attorney. That's why the DA knows who paid for that attorney, and that's why the feds know who paid for that attorney. And usually, he's probably going to say, why would CMG pay for an attorney for Cornelius Smith? Well, here's a play. This is a play, right? When you got somebody who's already locked up, you want to make sure they're not talking, make sure they're going to take the rap for this. You go ahead and pay for their attorney, because you're putting off like, okay, I'm going to pay you for your defense. I'm going to take care of your family. But really, the attorney's there to make sure he takes the rap. And that's probably why he didn't go with that attorney, because that attorney would have had a problem with him trying to put it on CMG.
Young Dolph. I find that hard to believe. The cold-blooded part about all of it is this right here. Why hire an attorney for Cornelius Smith?
See?
Who is he? What is his connection to CMG? How does CMG even know Cornelius Smith?
He knows Jook.
There's none.
Jook.
None whatsoever.
He spoke with Jook multiple times.
So why hire an attorney for him? But you don't get an attorney for Straight Drop.
That's not what I heard. I heard that Straight Drop's attorney was also paid for by CMG.
You don't get an attorney for Orange Mound Quet. These is peoples right here that got some type of connection to Big Jook. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like, the math ain't mathing for me. It don't make no sense. Now, I heard what he said, and you know, I heard what, you know, Wack 100 said and things like that, though. But after doing the homework, it's like, it don't make no sense. Here it is. This man right here don't know nothing about the attorney, really. Nothing. But one thing he do know. One thing he do know is that the attorney came from CMG. How you know that? Cornelia Smith. How you know that? But you don't even know how much the man got paid. You said the man didn't even represent you. He didn't even sign on to your case. You actually said you just talked to him. But one thing you do know, hey, yeah, he came from CMG.
Now, see, the story was that these lawyers that they sent for Cornelia Smith and Straight Drop had represented multiple CMG artists in other trials before.
Come on, we hood educated, not lame related.
If I'm not mistaken, right here. If I'm not mistaken, that came from True Results.
We just ain't gonna go for it like that. We can't just take your word for it like that. You gotta have some corroborating evidence. Ain't no way, y'all. Come on now. We come on. Ain't no way. I'm talking about, like I say, just even in the hood, guys. Even when we in the hood and one of the brothers catch a murder or something like that, and we want to, you know, retain a lawyer for him, I'm not gonna say, hey, yeah, hey, hood educated, man, let them know that I retained you and all. No, I don't want that heat on me. No, I don't want nothing to do with that. I go hear the attorney say, hey man, look, here go 20,000 right here, man. Go get my brother up out of there. Do what you can do for him. I ain't give it to you. You take the case pro bono. You go in there telling people you taking the case pro bono. I'm just giving you.
If it's over $10,000, the lawyer can't do that. He cannot. Under 10,000, he's not supposed to do it, but he could probably get away with it under 10,000.
20. I don't want to be known in this demonstration. Period. You understand what I'm saying?
Because, all right, you guys see it on the cop shows all the time where the defendant might be like a little down and out, downtrodden or whatever. And then like a high priced attorney comes in to defend him. And everybody's wondering, okay, how can he afford this attorney? Y'all see it all the time. Some of the shows be bogus, but they get some of this stuff from things that happen in real life.
And that's just how things move like that. Ain't no way in the hell that somebody from CMG is finna pay for this boy attorney and then have the attorney go in there and say, hey, yeah, CMG retained me. I come to represent you. They gave me $50,000. Yes. And if the CMG attorney gave, even if CMG did pay an attorney $50,000 to represent him, the last thing that he would be doing is getting on the stand and testifying.
But that attorney is not that attorney is not representing him anymore. So there's no attorney-client privilege there. So since he didn't take that lawyer, the feds could have been pressing that lawyer, like, hey, who paid you this? Who paid you to go and talk to him? And the lawyer has to comply.
We killed Dolph, this is what we did, and they hired an attorney for me. That'd be the last thing that his attorney would have allowed him to do. Do we really believe in our mind that a CMG paid attorney is going to allow this boy to get on the stand and say, hey, CMG hired him right there to, you know, to represent me, and, you know, they had something to do with the Dolph murder? No, come on, y'all.
And not to mention, they had Cornelia Smith.
A CMG hired attorney would be like, hell no, you ain't finna get up there and say that.
He had blood and stuff.
You not finna implicate the people that my employer. No, you can't say that. They not finna let that happen. So come on, y'all. We gotta use our. Come on now. Now I know it sound good, and I know a lot of people want the RICO to come for Young Dolph. But we got to understand that RICO's is complicated. RICO's is not just easy, like you can just charge people and be throwing. No, it's complicated.
They're not.
In a RICO case, this are some of the things that they got to be able to prove. They got to prove that Yo Gotti sanctioned.
No, they don't.
Orchestrated.
No, they don't.
The killing of Young Dolph. That he had something to do with it.
No. No, they don't.
I'm talking about, it could be something just simple as nodding his head like, go do it. That's something that simple. There has to be some type of connection. Yo Gotti had to benefit some type of way from the killing of Young Dolph.
He definitely did.
Yo Gotti had to solicit someone to do the killing of Young Dolph.
He didn't have to solicit them.
There has to be something. It's just not that easy for Ricos to just be, you know, established and stuff like that. That's why it takes so many years when they doing these Rico cases. It takes so many years of investigation. It just ain't no, hey, yeah, we got him. No,
hey, but the thing is, though, they just didn't start investigating CMG and Juke. Why y'all think this trial kept getting pushed back? Because they were building a case against Juke and CMG. That's why the trial kept getting pushed back. And then you notice Juke gets taken off the board. The trial goes ahead and proceeds. They were already investigating them. That's the key to it right there, is that they were already investigating them.
It's deeper than that. And they need corroborating evidence. They need stuff that's going to connect the head boss to everybody else that's committing crimes up under his leadership. And right now, just from my standpoint and seeing what I'm seeing, I don't think that they have that. And let me explain to y'all why.
I'm gonna let him explain to us, and
I'm gonna
explain what a Rico
to
actually
all
is.
The bullshit, all the criminality, all the criminal activities was killed, died, and that's Big Juke. Big Juke's name is being brought up in this trial more than anybody. The only people that's naming Yo Gotti was the prosecutor and, you know, the other attorney. But more than anything, the players they got, hey, yeah, you know, Juke.
That is true.
Juke. I believe that everything died with Juke. I believe that Juke was that connection to Yo Gotti. But once he died, ain't no connection no more. It's over with. We got to understand something. A lot of people thinking about that phone. Juke phone probably got all type of information.
All right, hold on. I'm going to stop him right there real quick. Now, first of all, we got to talk about why he's wrong. I think he's misunderstanding what the Rico is. Now, from what he was saying, he doesn't think it could land on Gotti because they would have to connect Gotti to the criminal stuff that's going on down beneath him. That's not actually the case. That's the way it used to be before Rico. This is the reason Rico was enacted, is because when they were going after the mafia, they were only getting the lower guys because the lower guys wasn't flipping on the higher ups. So then they come up with the Rico Act, right? And then that's when they could start using the activities of the lower criminals to actually convict the higher ups. I got a couple of attorneys. They're gonna come in here and explain what exactly a Rico is and how it could affect CMG and Yo Gotti.
Hi, my name is Glenn Overton. I'm a criminal defense attorney and I specialize in federal criminal defense. And I'd like to talk to you for a few moments about something that a lot of people have heard of but may not understand exactly what it is, and that's the federal RICO statute. The RICO statute is a very effective tool that federal prosecutors use in any cases involving quote-unquote organized crime. And that doesn't simply mean what many people think of traditionally as organized crime, meaning the mafia. The RICO statute is very effective in prosecuting gang-related crimes as well. And that's a big topic out here on Long Island. There are a lot of gangs and there's a lot of gang activity. And federal prosecutors have been prosecuting gang members under the RICO statute. If you are connected or have a loved one who is connected to one of the gangs out here on Long Island, you could quite easily find yourself entangled in a federal RICO indictment. The way that a RICO indictment is proven is the government shows that a member of a gang commits a crime to enhance or further their position within the gang. And that simply is enough to prove a RICO statute. So if you are or have a loved one who's associated with a gang, any gang activity that's committed, the government will try and prove that that improves the standing of the defendant within the gang itself, promotes his position within the gang. It doesn't have to be money, and oftentimes it's not monetary. It's simply promoting your position within the gang, and that is enough to entangle you in a RICO statute that could include everything from a conspiracy to commit a robbery to a conspiracy to commit a murder, even if you're not the one who actually committed the crime.
You heard that, right?
So if you have a loved one or you yourself are a member of a gang and you're aware that some other people around you have been arrested and charged in a federal prosecution, it might behoove you to speak with a federal attorney and understand and be able to protect yourself against the possibility of being charged in a RICO indictment.
So you guys heard that and understand what he was saying, right? You don't have to actually be directly involved in said crimes to get jammed up in a RICO yourself, okay? That's what he's saying. And that part fits Yo Gotti. All they have to do is prove that CMG is a criminal organization. That's it. And Gotti done for. And Gotti is done for if they prove CMG is a criminal organization. And you have to remember, Gotti's one of Gotti's boys was already locked up for shooting Dolph in LA. And Gotti was there. Come on, keep that in mind. Listen, this next attorney, he even talks about it more from a corporation getting a federal RICO charge.
What's known as RICO, it's a short for Racketeering Influence Corrupt Organization. Any organization that is acting with illegal, has illegal activities, from a regular corporation, Wall Street corporation, to gangs, can be prosecuted under the RICO Act.
Do you hear that?
In order to be prosecuted under the RICO Act, the prosecutors have to, there's different levels and different elements that the government has to prove when it comes to prosecutions of RICO. However, generally the prosecutor has to prove at least 2 or 3 separate acts that the corporation is committing that are illegal. So for example, when you are prosecuting a gang, a street gang with RICO, prosecutors usually would show that that gang is dealing with drugs and committing murders. That would be enough to prove a RICO. Depends on, again, how, what statute section under the RICO Act you are being prosecuted under. Sometimes the prosecutor has to prove specifically those acts, and sometimes they can just generally prove certain acts, and when the jury finds, when the jury deliberates, they don't really have to specifically tell or vote on a certain act. They can just in general say, yes, we find that the prosecutor proved that at least 2 acts are illegal.
See, do you understand that now? All they have to prove is that CMG was responsible for 2 illegal acts. The shooting of Dolph in LA, the shooting of Dolph in Memphis. 2. That's it. That's it. Now, going back to Hood Educated, he's going to go into, you know, they don't have Jook's phone because Gotti probably got it and destroyed the phone and this and that. You guys got to remember, I think Hood Educated is a little old school. I'm pretty sure he is older than I am. Probably not by much, but he's older than I am. And honestly, I just graduated information technology. I just got an associate's in information technology, which encompasses the computers and phones and all this stuff. Anything you put on that phone, or you put on the internet never truly gets deleted. It never truly gets destroyed. And if they were investigating Juck before he passed, they don't have to have your phone in hand to actually go through your phone. They could do it remotely. Y'all didn't know that, huh? Y'all didn't know that.
But we got to understand, when Juck died, that phone went to his mama or his wife. And as soon as that happened, you better believe, yo Gotti, this boy is hood smart. He's hood intelligent. He's not a fool. He ain't get that rich being a fool. He ain't.
Here's another thing to think about with that phone, though. When Juck died, his phone had to go down to the police station with all his belongings that he had on him. Who's to say they didn't call their computer crimes unit or the feds come in and clone that phone? Which cloning is, they just take everything off of his phone and move it over to another phone. That way they can go through it, or they can simply plug it into a computer. If you got stuff saved to iCloud, that's not on your phone anyways. That's on the iCloud. All they have to do is get a subpoena from Apple or to Apple, and they can get all that information, whatever you stored in the cloud, right? They can hack into your phone and go through your files that are saved on your phone remotely.
He ain't get that rich, and he ain't know how to maneuver through Memphis being a fool. He got, hey, look, give me that phone. Any electronics that boy Juck had anything to do with, got it. Let me get that. And all that is destroyed. I guarantee you.
It doesn't matter.
All of it is.
Even if they didn't do any of the things I said and the phone is destroyed, they don't need that to connect the shooters to Juck and Juck to CMG or Gotti or whatever. All they have to do is go off the phone bill, the phone records, because the shooters did call Juck twice right after it happened. Who did Juck call after that?
Destroyed. Because Gotti understand the seriousness of what's going on. And Gotti understand that, hey, look, this fool right here did some dumb stuff. Rest in peace to Juck, no disrespect. But he did some dumb stuff messing with Quet. Quet messing with Straight Drop. And Straight Drop messing with Cornbread. Like, I'm talking about, like, they, you know, that whole demonstration was sloppy.
Here's another thing a lot of people are leaving out of it too, is that Juck had a relationship with CEO Teezy, the head of True La Mafia. What gang does Straight Drop belong to? True La Mafia. There's videos and pictures of Juck and Teezy together before they both passed away. That's another thing that could say, hey, CMG is involved in street criminal activity. Just them two being together. Having pictures online, videos online.
But Gotti ain't no fool. I guarantee you, Gotti got all the electronics and anything that connected him, and that stuff right there is destroyed. That's why that man ain't worried about nothing. That man still living his life, traveling the world. He don't look scared to me. He don't look like he trying to get over there to that island over there with Russell Simmons or nothing. He look like, hey man, I'm straight. You know, he got the connection to Angela. She can call grandpops or her uncle and say, hey man, we need to come.
Hey, Diddy didn't look scared, and he ain't take off and run nowhere either. And where he's sitting at right now, federal detention.
Over there, shit. They ain't running over there. Ain't no connection to him. No matter how many times they say CMG and the thing, ain't no connection to him. And I know a lot of people want Gotti to get the RICO and all that old type of stuff, but I don't see it coming. Like, if it happens, it happens. But just from my standpoint and seeing everything, I don't see it coming.
My boy, if you can't see this coming, you got to open up them hazel eyes of yours. Pause. Hey, much respect to Hood Educated. And like I said, we can't all be 100% right or 100% right 100% of the time. We all miss on this one or on things. Hell, I've missed on a lot of stuff. But I think he missed pretty badly on this one, in my opinion. No offense to him, though. I have full confidence he's going to continue making great content, and you know, maybe he'll do a little bit more research and look into it. But in my opinion, I think they probably do have enough to go at CMG and Gotti. We'll you know, only time will tell on that one. they've already been name dropping CMG. If you notice, these attorneys, man, they wasn't saying Juke. In a lot of their sentences, they wasn't saying Juke. They were saying CMG. They were putting it out there, and you know the feds was watching this trial. You know the feds was watching it. But hey, that's my video today, man. Hey, if y'all get a chance, go over and check out Hood Educated's channel. He got a lot more other videos that are way informative and they're spot on. If you're new to this channel and you made it this far, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell icon. That way YouTube notifies you every time I drop a new video. And make sure y'all hit that like button while y'all down there. That way YouTube knows this video is important and we can get this video pushed out into the algorithm and get more views on this video. Hey, goal for the likes on this video, 1,000 likes. Let's get 1,000 likes on this video, 10,000 views, man. Let's go. For now, though, it's your boy. My wife is blowing up my phone for some reason. I got to go. Peace.